Once we learn the rules of chess, we start playing the game after learning the piece movements, check, checkmate, and special rules. And in the beginning, we just follow the method of just attacking opponent's pieces. Attack and take it, right? Sometimes your opponent does not see when you attack something. Sometimes they don't see if they move safe and you get a piece. So you win pieces just because of your opponent's carelessness, right? But after a point of time, you will play against tougher opponents. You will yourself become a tougher player to play against. So then your opponents will not give you pieces for free. There you have to force it up out of your opponent's hands. And that is where tactics come in. Tactics means moves that win material. There are three basic tactics: fork, pin, and skewer. Let me show you what a fork means. A fork means when you attack two things at the same time. For example, in this position, black has just played king e8. Now white can simply play knight takes pawn. The knight's attacking the king, so it's a check, and knight's attacking the rook. So black cannot save both, right? So he will, of course, move the king. If not, it's illegal. King moves, and then we take the rook. So what we did here was a fork. The knight just jumped onto the c7 square, attacking two pieces and taking one. So when you give a fork to two pieces that are not defended, you're guaranteed to get one of them. Like here, you're attacking the king, so you cannot get the king. King moves, and then you take the rook. And this fork tactic can be used by any of your pieces. Any of your pieces can give a fork. Even the king. Like king can also attack two things at the same time and win one of them. So it's a very common tactic. And knight is the main piece that gives a fork. And what you saw just now, knight here, this is the most common fork you will see in chess. The second tactic I want to show you is pin, the second basic tactics. You can see that white has just played bishop g5. Many players who just started playing chess, immediately when they see this bishop coming here, they immediately move the knight, thinking the bishop is going to take the knight. But no, when the knight moves, what can white do? White just goes straight past and takes the queen. So basically, after bishop g5, this knight is in a pin. This piece cannot move. If it moves, you lose the queen. Black loses the queen, which means the knight is pinned to the queen. It's a pin, right? And if they don't see that it's a pin, or if you can attack that pin again, you will win material. You'll win this knight. Or if the knight moves, you'll win the queen, right? The third tactic that I want to show you is skewer. Skewer is basically the opposite of a pin. Like for example, in this position, rook has just moved to g7. What can white do here? Yes, you can simply play rook b7 check. It's not a pin. The king has to move. King must move, and when the king moves, you just go and take the piece behind it. In the pin, this piece does not have to move, it's just pinned. If it moves, you take it. So this piece is pinned. The more powerful piece is behind it, the more valuable piece is behind it, which you don't want to lose. Here, what happens is the piece that you don't want to lose is the rook, but it's behind the king. And that means the king has to move, and then you just take the rook. So these are the three tactics that I used very commonly in chess. The first one is a fork. You can see the fork. Then you can see the pin, knight's pin to the queen. And here you can see the skewer. Rook has just skewered on the king and the rook.